and welcome to the European Fertility Society. We are back with our webinars for professionals. I'm glad that it's been a while since our last webinar, and I'm glad that we will have this particular topic, and we will have special guests with us tonight again. As you can see, Sergio González is with us. Hello, Sergio. Welcome to the European Fertility Society's webinar. How are you feeling? Great to have you here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to talk about Fenomatch and to talk about the real case here with Tambre. So I'm really, really glad I can come here and talk a little bit about it.
Definitely, we are really looking forward to hear what you have prepared as well. Of course, as you know, we will discuss Fenomatch, how it works. Sergio is the product owner and also a scientific. How do you say it?
Scientific consultant.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Exactly. And of course, Dr. Laura Garcia will be with us as well, as she will. She will say a few things about how she works with Fenomatch on a daily basis as well. She will explain it, and she will join us after Sergio's introduction, let's say. And of course, remember that this is recorded and you will have a chance to watch this again. And also, if you have any questions, you will be able to simply ask them during our Q&A session. We will start our Q&A session right after the interview and introduction from Sergio and of course, Dr. Garcia. So I guess we can go ahead. Sergio, are you ready to begin?
Of course.
Let's do it.
So first of all, hi all. It's a pleasure to be here, as I told you before. I'm Sergio. As Karin said, I'm I'm embryologist, but also I act as a product owner and scientific consultant here in Fenomatch. For all of you that doesn't know anything about Fenomatch, Fenomatch is a platform and a tool for the medical team to choose the ideal donor for a patient based on three different filters or three different ways. For one side is the phenotypic filter. For the other side is the genetic filter, and on the last time it's the biometrical filter. Fenomatch was established in 2018, and we have been working since then. The app has been developed in a lot of ways, and our main goal is for you to provide you with a tool that can give you objective data and scientific data regarding the biometrics of a donor. So you can choose which is the donor that really resembles the patient. Also, Fenomatch has important benefits such as saving time. Sometimes there are clinics that that spends a lot of time selecting the donor with Excels or with a list of donors that they already have in their own bank. And we decided that it was time in the 21st century to optimize that protocol and well, give you time to do more things just than just select donor. Also, the application is secure, and all in the platform is encrypted. We are talking here about photos. A lot of people ask me all the time, okay, where are the photos going? Are they traveling? Are they safe? We are thinking of photos of the patient, photos of the donor. So the identification, it's forbidden in most of the countries. So the answer is yes, it is secure, it is encrypted. The photo doesn't go to any place, and if it goes encrypted. When you launch the AI algorithm that we have implemented, the photo goes to the server, but in an encrypted way, and then it's deleted in the second right after. So what it does, it takes only the biometric distances. I will explain you later, and then it gives you Fenomatch score. regarding how the donor is resemblance to the patient. So let me share my screen, and I will we will take a look in a moment to see how it's Fenomatch and what it is like. So here you have Fenomatch. Again, it's a platform. It is the main goal is for helping professionals from the IVF sector, and mainly it has three characteristics. For one side, we have a bank of donors. This is samples, okay? So all the data here is sample, is random. Here you can manage your own bank of gametes. We know that most of you have already a database or an integration with other companies that has their own database of donors. So Fenomatch can be also used with that, and we also do integrations, so it's good. Here you have all the data that you need for the donors, okay, such as the gamete or the ethnicity, blood type, eyes, hair color, anyway, all the physical traits. And here, of course, at least in Spain and most of the countries, as I know, they use anonymous donors. So Fenomatch has been developed mostly for the anonymous donors and its management. Okay, so this is one part. The other part is the clinic part. Here we have two different actions. On the one side, we have the biometric function, which can be done by three different ways. Okay, the professional can upload just a photo of the patient, a photo of one or more donors, and evaluate it. Or the professional can use just one-to-one. Okay. On the other side, we have the complete selection, which, for our point of view, is the one that gives you that kind of time that saves you a lot of time on the clinic. So for that, it's the find a donor procedure. Here, the professional has to select the different traits or the different filters in order to filter the database that they have previously updated. On that side, I will give you an example. I'm looking for a sperm on my bank, and the ethnicity is Caucasian and all blood types. Okay, here I have two things to explain. On one side, Fenomatch also allows you to connect with external banks. What does it mean? That imagine that you have another bank that you are working with, and you would like to use Fenomatch for your daily basis. So you can connect with your external bank through us, so you can search directly on the database. Obviously, we need for that to get an agreement with the bank, because it's data and we need to be secure on that. On the second place, we have here the carrier screening filter. This is optional right now because we know that not all the clinics do carrier testing to both patients and donors. Here in Spain, it's starting to be really, really common, and that's why we have developed this tool. This part of the tool, sorry. Right now, we are working with one of our partners, but we are looking for working with more genetic providers. So as you can see here in this screen, basically you can choose what type of gamete are you looking for, what bank are you looking for. If you have the carrier screening test, you can pair or the matching process with genetic included. You have to choose also ethnicity and blood type. The other filters are optional, and they are related to, most of them, to traits, physical traits, phenotype, body type, and also sociocultural data such as studies or interests. On On the right, you can see the selection that you have made, and on the left, you can see the number of donors that matches the filters that you have previously selected. So we just click on search donors, and here you have all the filters that applied and the donors that are selected. In this screen also, the professional can select or deselect the donor, because sometimes the donor is not available, so we have thought about it too. This is the two first filters, the two first procedures for the matching, the phenotypic one and the genetic one if used. The next one and the final one is the biometric step. For that, we just need to upload a patient, okay, and it will give us, once we start the facial matching, it will launch, the AI algorithm that will give us the score for selecting the donor. So here we go. The process is really, really quick. It will analyze both facial biometrics, and also we have included the ethnicity analysis. So it will tell us if the ethnicity is correct regarding the photo that we have previously uploaded. As you can see, here are the results. Another thing that I have not mentioned is that the AI algorithm will automatically take the photo of the patient that you have uploaded and will compare it each one of the donors that you have previously updated on the app, on the bank site. Once we have the results, the Fenomatch score is basically, it's not a percentage per se, it's a score, can reach 100%, but it's not a common thing. The upper the score, the better the resemblance. So here we have different, we have 9 donors. If the threshold is upper or lower than the recommended, it will turn into another color. For example, we have here one donor that it's 29. 29 is not similar at all, so that's why it turns red. Then the other question is why, if there is more than 85 of a score, will turn red too, and it's because we don't want to have or to select a donor that can be relative, and that's why we turn it red, but the selection is on the professional. So once you are here in this screen, you just need to click on the donor that resembles the most to the patient, or the one that you decide. That is one thing that I would like also to explain to you, and it's that every AI that we are looking for these days, we are going to an AI that is explainable, and also that can be fair, explainable, and also that doesn't make any selection at all, that doesn't decide for you. That's something that we have thought in several ways, and that is why the professional can select the donor. So once it's that, you can also download the reports and the certificate for the patient, which makes the patient feel secure and undergo the treatment with the clinic in a secure and more comfortable way. So I believe this is it. I believe Dr. Laura is also with us today. I don't know if she's there.
Hi. Yes, of course.
Hello.
We can see that you joined. So, if you are ready, let's go ahead. Okay. I'm not sure if you were able to join. As you can see, please let us know if you hear us. Everything should be okay. Please turn on your camera and microphone, and we can start. Yes, of course. Perfect. Hi, Dr. Laura. It's good to see you.
Hi, Dr. Laura.
We cannot hear you yet. Now it's good.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, Sergio, for your introduction. And I believe we
course.
can go to Dr. Laura now.
Yep. So, Dr. Laura, I think I have like several questions for you because, sorry, Caroline, we would like to do kind of a interview here because we are showing the rest of our guests how Fenomatch is implemented in a real case, right? So, can we start with some questions?
Of course.
Okay, so on the first place, regarding the feedback from the patient side, what do patients tell you when you tell them that Tambre uses Fenomatch?
So they are always very happy with this information because it's not a tool that is everybody use. So they can have a little bit of more reassurance that the selection and the process of the monitorization of the selection of the donor is well done. It's not only done by our medical team and the egg donation team, but also with this external tool that it's more neutral, and they appreciate a lot, and they are keeping asking in the first consultation how it works and all this.
Yeah. By the way, which channels do patients inquire about Fenomatch's service most often in at Tambre?
Yeah, they ask normally in the first consultation when we
Okay.
start talking about the recommendation of egg donation, or if it's necessary sperm donation. So when we explain how it is this process done in Tamre, we explain this.
That's nice. And also, once you have told them about Fenomatch, what is the common reaction of them? I mean, how they feel?
So they are like very happy and very surprised that this technological tool can give us more information about which is the best score, the best selection, and it's not only with opinions of what we consider is the best donor. So they appreciate that it's 50% our team, our experts, and also 50% Fenomatch, the selection of their donor.
Of course. And what they do, what the patients do like the most about the Fenomatch, when you do all the procedure and you tell them, okay, we have done Fenomatch to you, what is what do they like the most about it?
Yeah, it's they are like very happy with the reassurance that in regards to the physiognomy, because we can of course say a person is blonde as you, but we cannot confirm that it really looks like you. So it's like mathematics. So if you have this good score, it means that it's a person that really looks like you, and you will have a good harmony with your baby. You will have a good resemblance with your family.
Yeah. Yeah. And have you had, by the way, any funny stories when, I mean, they go into into your clinic, right? And they talk to you, uh, and you ask them about the photos and about everything, and you tell them about Fenomatch. Do you have any funny stories about it? Like they give you a lot of photos. They give you just one. How is it?
Yeah, it's very often that they are a little bit stressed in what photo they need to send. They are like very worried about it. Do I look pretty here? Can I have another photo? So normally they appreciate a lot when they come to visit the clinic for first time. So then they have we take a picture directly. So then they don't feel the stress of what is the photo I need to send. Do I look okay? Is it a good photo for this technology? So they really appreciate our assistants doing that photo. So then they are sure that Fenomatch will be involved in the process and will not have any problem in the quality of the photo and all this.
And yeah, regarding the process that you have mentioned and all the process that feel them, it makes them to feel secure, undergoing the treatment. We know that Fenomatch have a part where you can download the certificates and the history of the score. Do they tell you to give that certificate to them?
Yeah,
Or
some of them they ask for the certificate, some of them they
Mhm.
don't, but we always send the guarantee that we have done the Fenomatch. So we send the certificate to everybody. But of course, for them it's not always, they don't know exactly if we're going to send a certificate. Sometimes they really know a lot because they have had, previous experiences in other clinics, or because they have had all your information directly from you or from other webinars, and they ask directly for the certificate of the score. So of course there is like a 10% percentage of patients that they really know a lot.
And do you think Fenomatch is one of the factors for increasing the patient satisfaction in Tambre?
Yeah, of course, I think definitely it's a very good tool. It's a very good technology to work with, because it's not only for the patients that you have the confidence that you are doing
Exactly.
okay, but also for the medical team, also for the clinic. You have the guarantee that you're doing things correctly, that you're taking your time. And of course, it's a very important project for a person, for a couple to have a donor. So we understand that including this in our process of selection really has, a big impact in the
Yes.
confidence of our patients.
You mentioned also the professional side, which for me it's amazing to know that really the goal that we have in mind it's already fulfilled. That it's saving you time and helping you. Um, and there are some times that when I talk to professionals like you, Laura, they tell me, okay, we are here treating with photos. How can I take the photo? So can you please tell me, have you have any problems getting a photo of the patient or of the donor? um,
So not at all, because we always ask, patients to send not only the physical characteristics form where they need to fill the weight and height and origins, but we also say, listen, we would like to receive a photo from you because we would really like to match with all our database donors. So everybody is very happy and very comfortable with sending all this, because of course when we sign the documents before the first contact with patients, we say that all the documents they are sending will only be for Tambre, and we will not share with any other clinic.
Regarding this last issue that you have mentioned, Spain, well, not just Spain, also a lot of countries in Europe and also Latin America has a strict legislation for donor treatments. I mean, the donor is anonymous, and the clinic cannot facilitate any kind of data outside the clinic. So, have you encountered any legal difficulties while using Fenomatch, Tambre?
Not at all, because it's a external enterprise that help us with all this process, and there is not any there is any legal impact on this.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn around and tell you and ask you about other questions which are more operative. So, was it difficult at first to automate and implement the process for you at Tambre?
No, because we had a course with you where all persons that were included in the process of selection have this course where they can have the experience of how it works, and everybody was enthusiastic with this tool. So that was a very professional process and very fast.
For all the ones that are here, and also, to see how long have we been working together, for how long have you been using the platform?
I think it's nearly 5 years. I have a very bad memory, but I remember it's when I started being the medical director that I was offered to start the Fenomatch as the first clinic in Spain, and it was, amazing for me. And of course, I said definitely yes. I want this in my clinic. I want to use this for my patients because, as I said, it's not only a good aspect for them, but also a good aspect to have in our clinic, to have a guarantee that we're doing things correctly.
Yeah, I completely agree. I see you all, Tambre's team, all over the places that I go. So I'm really proud of you guys too. And I believe it was our first partnership, I believe. So
Yeah.
nice to have you here and have this opportunity to talk to you. Um, Also, regarding the operative work, if, for example, imagine that you have only one donor available for a patient, okay? Do you also use the facial matching, the biometric matching, to see if they do indeed have a reasonable, facial resemblance?
Of course, we always confirm with Fenomatch if it is a good match, because of course it could be that in these 2 3 months it's the only donor available, but you can only always work with external banks if necessary, or you
Yep.
can have in perhaps 2 3 4 months other donors. So we always double check, and we always make sure that it's a good resemblance, because of course we can use different donors, even they don't look exactly like this, to have this score.
Yeah, it's a question, it's a tricky question because sometimes they ask me also, and I believe it's clear that that double validation is really cool. Um, do you, by the way, talking about the score, do you always choose the donor with the highest Fenomatch score, or no?
So, the selection of the donors, it's a very important and difficult process. So we
Mhm.
cannot only focus with one aspect in regards of, imagine, the hate or the Fenomatch. So it's really something that is a global selection. But of course, for us, if all in terms of time, fertility aspects, blood type, everything is okay, then of course our main selection will be in regards to Fenomatch score.
Nice. And well, what is your opinion? What do you like the most about Fenomatch?
I like a lot because it's a tool that it's really helpful. And of course, if before you apply this, you are trying to say which one I would say, um, normally it's the same. So you have the reassurance that the tool is working properly, and that you, as the person involving in this important process in the project of a couple or of a person, you're doing correct.
Yeah, it also happens to me when I go out and I show Fenomatch to others, that they tell me, yes, I definitely will choose that because it's the same that I will choose. And I say, okay, but sometimes it's not that. And I have also that case where um the eye was confusing. So yeah, I completely agree with you.
So
um by the way, the main goal of Fenomatch is to make the protocol transparent, help you in facilitate the way of selecting a donor. But we are you are working in a clinic, you are working in a center for helping patients. Overall, has Fenomatch help in improving the patient experience at Tambre?
Yeah, as I said, I have this vision in my consultations. When we started having this Fenomatch, patients feel a little bit less stress when talking about donors, because they
Mhm.
feel they are like not only in the hands of person of a clinic, but also with the guarantee of external technology. So they are always very happy with using the latest technologies. The same for the laboratory, the same for the selection of the donors.
Yeah. And well, I imagine that if the patient experience has improved, the number of patients that go to your clinic just because of having Fenomatch also have increased.
Yes, definitely. We believe yes, because it's something that it's more often and often in everybody is having this knowledge. So I think patients are only selecting clinics having this technology.
Yeah, I believe it too. Um, and well, I think I have asked you everything. By the way, I was really intrigued in know your answers because we have never talked about this before. And well, for me, it's everything clear. Though, if you have any questions, please ask me or ask Dr. Laura. We will be happy to to answer them. And also, Dr. Laura uses it all the time, so I believe she can also give you a little bit of light with the use of Fenomatch at the clinic.
For sure. So thank you so much, Dr. Laura, for joining us and for sharing your experience with Fenomatch. Of course, it was lovely to hear you as well, your own personal opinion as well on this. And yes, now it's time for your questions. So as always, if you have any, you know what to do. Just type those in the chat. There are some questions ready, but this is your time. So if there's anything you wish to ask, go ahead and ask. Okay. The question from El is: so is Fenomatch also available in other countries apart from Spain? Which
Um,
countries?
Yep. We are working in Spain. Also, we are working in Latin America. We are working in Mexico, Nicaragua, Peru, Brazil, Argentina. We are also trying to open a Fenomatch in other countries such as Czech Republic or
Mhm.
Greece, and we are also collaborating in the UK with a surrogacy agency. Um, and um, and well, so far so good. Of course,
Sounds good.
the countries that we are operating right now is because of the language.
Mhm.
Spanish is the common language, or Portuguese, similar kind of thing, and right now so far so good.
Okay, sounds interesting. So it's not only in Spain, but it's also possible
We
to
work
find it. Okay.
currently. We work in all type of countries if we would like. I mean, I would like to work in the US. I would like to work in the
Mhm.
UK most deeply. We work in every country where the legislation allow us to work in.
Right. Okay. Sounds great. Thank you so much for the first question.
Thank you.
Rafael has another question. How many recipients have used Phenomite so far, in general or at Tambre?
So
Dr. Laura?
I can say we have nearly, I would say, 500 recipients per year, more or less. So you calculate 500 in 4 or 5 years. So it's really a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the general Fenomatch side, we have counted, because of the uses, we have counted more than 8,000. So,
That's a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds great for sure. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that question. I hope that helped. I believe so. Someone is typing, so we just need to give it a minute. So if you have more questions, go ahead, type those in. In the meantime, perhaps I would like to ask in regards to the photos. Yes, you need the photo of the donor as well as of the recipient. Is there like a specific kind of photo? It cannot be like a normal, I don't know, selfie, for example. It should be a little bit different, right?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Depends on how you took the selfie. The photo in general should be such as the passport one, like you
Okay,
have
yeah.
to be straightforward, no glasses, no optics, as possible. I mean, and also the ears should be also
All right.
showed. It doesn't matter. I mean, it increases the efficiency if the ears are shown, but for example, for people that has long hair, such as you both, well, doesn't matter if the ears are present or not. I mean, it's the percentage is 1, maybe the error is not too much.
Right. Okay. Thanks a lot for answering. I was just wondering about that, how it works. Now it's clear. We have another question. Let me show you. U.S. and Turkey are both leader in reproductive medicine, but Turkey has not. They don't have donation programs. Do you have any suggestions?
Actually, we have been talking a lot to Turkey, and yeah, there's a problem there with the donation. Cyprus, for example, it's a good country to go because on the south, I always get confused with North and South Cyprus, but the one on the Greece part, which is I believe the south, it's legal because of the Greece legislation, and also Poland can be another good one. To go because it's near also. So
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks a lot again for that question. Someone again is typing. Let's give it a minute. Let's see if we have more questions. And if not, we will be finishing. But I want to make sure that you had your chance to ask any questions to Sergio or Dr. Laura. Of course, we are here to help you out as well. So just let's give it a second. Sometimes it just Okay, here it is. Let me show you. Are you planning on expanding Fenomatch features in the future?
good question. Yeah, actually, right now we are planning on updating the app. Okay, right now it's a web based. It's kind of a web. We would like to remodel and redesign the app and to launch it with some new functions, such as, well, of course, the connection between banks and clinics was improved, or is going to be improved, sorry. And also we are looking for including new features that, well, once it is launched, I can say about them. Not right now, but but it's more on the way of management of donors, management of the requests between clinics, between banks. Sometimes I don't know if you know, but because I think I didn't mention, some clinics they connect each other. Because they have different, they have the common bank, so they connect each other. So we are trying to give new functions to that, and also we are working hard on developing or improving the genetic matching.
Okay, sounds promising. Possibly you will
I
be able
hope.
to tell us more, of course, when you can. But thank you so much for
I
adding
hope.
this. Again, there's another question. So, what was the hardest part in creating such advanced AI? Right.
Well, unfortunately, I was not here at the company when the AI was created, so I cannot answer directly that. But I know they have developed the AI in more than a year, so the process was complicated. We have doctors, PhDs here with imaging that are specialized in imaging, in imaging analysis, image analysis, and well, they created the AI, and I believe the hardest part was to validate it. Apart from have the data set, what they have told me is that the validation was the worst one, because okay, it gives you a score, that's fine, but how do you say, Carolina, that your thinking is the same as Dr. Laura? So that's why we needed to, validate the tool in a difficult way, but we got it. We got it.
Yep. Thank you so much. And two more questions are right here. So let's have a look. So you mentioned Poland, right? So according to Polish law, donors are selected considering only phenotypic features, but donors' photos are not collected in the Polish sperm banks, a donor's profile. Do you think that the Fenomatch might be used in Poland with donors from other countries?
And it is the same problem as in Spain. In Spain, the law says you cannot facilitate or uh, collect, no, facilitate an information that allows the patient to, have the information about the donor. Um, I believe it's the same, and the photos is going to be only for the clinic. What does it mean? That the photos that are not going to be outside the clinic. So I believe when the patients go into a clinic, Dr. Laura, you can correct me if needed, you sign a data privacy form, so you are, as professional, you know that you have that information, that important information. It's up to you that you do the right thing to do by law. So if you have the photo, you must not show the photo to anyone, right? The program is done, the application is done exactly for that, for just collecting the photo, uploading into the app, nobody sees anything, right? So unless, I don't know exactly the Polish law, okay, but unless the law of Poland, the Polish law, tells you, okay, you cannot collect any photo of the donors, I believe you can do it.
All right.
I explained it well. I
Hope
believe
that
yes.
makes sense to me. I hope that helped as well. It sounds, yeah, it's always complicated, but I think
It's
that
tricky.
it's always tricky with this kind of thing. But thank you so much. And yes, it was very helpful, as you can see. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
one more right here. Is it worth using Phenomatch when the clinics struggle with a lack of donors, and to each patient, the clinic can find in their database one, maximum two donors with the same blood type?
Okay, Dr. Laura, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you use Fenomatch when there is only one donor available?
Yes, as I said previously, we always double check with this external application to make sure that even there is only one candidate for that person, we can go ahead. In case the score is very, very low, we normally recommend to wait a little bit or to even ask to external banks, always giving the confidence and the same guarantees, but it's a question to double check that this donor can be selected for that patient.
Yeah, and also regarding what Dr. Lara says, it's a common question that they ask us, everyone actually, because a lot of countries are struggling with the number of donors, right? In most of cases, it's egg donors. Okay, so uh, the application has not been developed to narrow. I mean, to give you just two. No, it's to give you the two. The ones that really are the ones to that resemblance the patient, or that fulfill the filters about phenotype that it's needed. So if you don't have any donor available that doesn't fulfill or matches your patient, that means that maybe or we need to wait a little bit, or connect with other banks and look for other donors outside your own bank, which it's that why Fenomatch has also the possibility to connect with other banks. It was our other main objective when developing the tool.
Sounds great. Again, thanks so much indeed. One more question is right here. So let's have a look. Probably you already seen ChatGPT and
Yes.
similar AIs. How do you think is it possible to use such AIs in IVF industry?
Okay, I need to tell you, I work with developers all the time. Dr. Laura used to be in the same as us. I don't know if you know about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a platform of AI, an AI platform that allows you to answer any questions regarding code, regarding personal life, regarding everything you want to ask. And it's a really huge database of, well, facts, and it learns, to speak and everything. So right now it's really mature. I mean, really mature, but actually it is really mature. But I work with developers all the time, and it's going to revolutionize everything it touches. So if it comes to the IVF industry, it can probably even, I have in mind different directions. For example, on the patient side, I'm always thinking about patients. On the patient side, it can be on the how we can treat more efficiently, or um, more more close to the patient. How doctors can relate to the patient more closer. Sorry. Another question is how we can stimulate the patient, right? If we already have AIs that do that, why don't GPT should do that, right? And of course, on the management and on our side, biometrics, ChatGPT right now can write you an application, of course, but again, this development that we have been done, also together with Dr. Laura Tambre, it has been done 4 years ago. So our experience with the tool, it's amazing. I believe ChatGPT is going to be, we are talking about AI. There is a problem. Sorry, I will be maybe extended, but this is a good question, I have to say. You should do a webinar about this, or a debate or something. AI is really difficult to control sometimes, depending on the data set and depending on how the data is collected, how the data is treated, and how the decisions of AIs are made, right? So there are some people in the IVF industry, I believe you know them too, that have made an association to do this. So I really tell you and encourage you to join that kind of association if you would like to, know more about AI. But I believe this is a good question, good topic, and it's definitely going to revolutionize the IVF world. It's already happening. So AI is here. And I don't know, Dr. Laura, what is your opinion about this? About
Sorry,
AI?
I didn't hear correctly.
What is your opinion about AI in the IVF industry?
So I think it's something that, of course, it's already starting, and we will continue in our lives, not only in the laboratory, not only in the selection of the donor. It's helping in many fields, in different processes. So, of course, it's something that will help to have a best success for our patients.
I agree totally.
Thank you so much indeed. I think it's happening already and it's not going to stop for sure. So I believe that that was our final question. Someone is typing, so let's give it a minute and see if it's a question or thank you. But thanks a lot for your questions, everyone. I do believe it was helpful for you. And again, Sergio, Dr. Laura, great to have you. I'm glad that we were able to discuss this interesting topic. And yeah, that's a good topic, as you said. And as you can see, we also have a comment. Would love to see such webinar in the future. Yeah, we are definitely looking forward to some more webinars. You know, we will be back, so that will be it for tonight. But thanks a lot, everyone, for joining. Before we finish, Sergio, anything else you wish to add?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Dr. Laura, for answering me the questions that I made also. And it was really a pleasure to talk to you both and to explore a Fenomatch topic and AI topic, which is for me also kind of interesting in my daily life. So please, Carolina, take into account to have or to do a webinar about this topic. I
Sounds
would
good.
really take be a guest over that webinar because I would love to.
Definitely. I think that we will be coming back to such topics every now and then. As you can see, you know, there are so many things we can discuss. So thanks everyone. Dr. Laura, thank you again for joining. And Sergio, it was lovely to have you. Have a great day, everyone. And of course, as you know, we will be back with some more events. So stay tuned. Go to our website. There are some upcoming events as well. And this is recorded, so you will have access to it as well. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day. Bye.